For years and years and years, as long as I can remember, I've always been a silent fan of the space program, all those exploits up there somewhere among the stars. And I wonder, where will we be going? How far out will we reach? What will we do? And it looks like we could be a step closer to getting a bit further than low Earth orbit. I happened to come across this on the NASA website. NASA Mega Moon Rocket passes key test, readies for launch. You can see that great big cloud there coming off the side of the test facility. And there's a whole big article there on what's been going on. I have always been a firm believer that if anything ever happened to this planet, we destroy ourselves, a big asteroid hits, there's some kind of extinction event, the human race will become extinct. And it was Stephen Hawking some time ago that actually stated we need to reach out for the stars and colonise other planets, otherwise we are quite simply finished. And I tend to agree. In the 60s, there was the space race. You know, Americans versus the Russians, who could get first to the moon. And as we all know, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin done it in 1969. Or not, if you believe the tinfoil head brigade, but that's not the reason you're watching this video. There was a big, ambitious plan back then. We were going to go to the moon by the early 80s. We would be on Mars, and then so on and so on and so on. Who knows how far things would have gone. And all of a sudden it stopped. And there was budget constraints, the political will wasn't there anymore, and it just fell by the wayside. We had a good 30 years of shuttle launches, and as you know, we had a tragedy a couple of times with two of them. I remember when I was 8 years old, watching the television in the morning and seeing the Challenger blow up. Tragic loss of life, again with Columbia some years later. And we got the space station in orbit, which in itself is an achievement. I think it's the size of a couple of football fields now. But there's only so far you can go with it. What next? Well, NASA, took on a lot of the burden and the cost of spaceflight itself. And to really branch out, you've got to work with other people, work with other partners. So you've got Elon Musk, SpaceX, who are now transporting astronauts to and from the space station. There's another firm or two coming up behind them, which will hopefully do the same. So that offloads that responsibility. NASA can then get back to what it's supposed to do and get people out there to the moon, to Mars. You've got the Space Launch System, which is being assembled and tested at the moment. The article that I just showed you was a test of the actual new rocket. It was an 8-minute test. You see, when you lift something off the planet to get it into space, that rocket's got to fire for 8 minutes, and that's how long it takes to get up there. If it can do that, it can do the job. And there's a new capsule in orbit as well. It's all very exciting. And I genuinely think in my lifetime there'll be man on Mars. I really do. There's once upon a time I didn't, but I'm beginning to think now, yeah, this could happen. This could happen. Certainly the moon within the next few years. I mean, the new power to look out for, I suppose, in place of Russia is China. They seem to be getting very ambitious with their plans, and they could well be heading for the moon themselves. I mean, they've put probes on there already, even on the far side, so it'll be very interesting to see what happens. But yeah, very exciting times, and that's the end of another waffle. Thanks for watching again. Another bit of different news, my opinion of that. Please subscribe, hit the like button. I'll see you on the next one.